Hey, welcome back to another video. Well, we're at Kondilla Park. Me and Jack are out for a bit of a walk through the rainforest. It rained overnight, so we're going to go and have a bit of a look-see in the forest and see what we can find. It's always good after a big rain. And yeah, Jack hasn't seen the bottom of the falls, so we're going to go down and see the falls. What do you reckon, Jack? Righto, let's hit that intro and get this started. First of the pole falls down from the picnic area. Now shooting this on the new Pocket 3, which is good. It's exactly what I wanted so I can get a bit more smoother when I'm walking. It's the only thing the G7X had dramas with, was the walking part. You can see here, and I've got it in the Scotty Make Stuff new holder, and it's actually pretty good. It's got a little rain cover on it as well, so not flowing as much as it was last time we were here, but still pretty nice. Lots of green moss over here. You can see the green moss all over the rocks. Now the water's backed off a bit, that moss grows over where the moisture was, and it's very, very cool. And then we're going to head up the walkway up here and follow the river down. Very nice. Righto. Hey Jack, show us the way, buddy. We're going to go to the right. Here we go. Just going over the high section to get to down we're going to go. I'll probably do a bit more recording and some photos. When we get down the bottom of the falls. Jack's having a ball. Beautiful day. At the moment I've got no filter on, but I've got the Polar Pro ND Polarizer filters. I'm going to chuck them on once I get a chance to stop. Probably ND8, because it is, given that sort of nice in here and not too bright, it's still a bit of light for the camera, so I'll definitely chuck a Polarizer on. That'll bring out the colours, but I thought I'd just start with the basics and then see what we get from here. Okay, I had to look out. I've just put the Polar Pro ND8 Polarizer filter on the Pocket 3. You can see the difference it makes. I'll try and pull it off. So you go from that. Obviously they're magnetic, so it's pretty easy to put on and off, so it's good. And then you get that little bit of more pop in the colour. And there's the frog. Anyway, as you see, it's beautiful. Rainy day, still got a bit of cloud floating around. Up here, low cloud, so yeah, beautiful. Alright, we're going to head down past the falls, down into the river and check out the bottom and see if we get some photos. Go down the steps, now you go down to the rock pools is over to your left, and then we go straight ahead down to the falls. So this is where it starts to get steeper, and there's lots of dirt, so good shoes definitely required down here. As Jack is doing, hang on to the handrails when you're going down. And this is obviously part of the Great Walk. We've been down here a few times, but a little bit easy to record when you just got a handheld gimbal without it looking absolutely terrible. Okay, here's a little viewing platform so you can see the falls. Beautiful weather, pretty cool, so not hot walking. The rain seems to back off, a little bit of mist, a little bit of drizzle, but that's about it. But all going well. It's a bit of a rocky road. And there's the troublemaker, Jack, my assistant today. Okay, we're getting down near the bottom. That's looking pretty good. Now, the other thing we've got today is a new lens and some new filters. We've got the EF 24mm 1.4 Canon. Very good for astro and for low light stuff. Beautiful wide angle lens. And also Polar Pro Matlock filter system. We've upgraded, we've changed. We've been with Nisi for the last 6 years, and we have now changed over to try Polar Pro, the Matlock. I've wanted a Matlock system, or mag system. The beauty of the Polar Pro was the fact that it has the actual lock system as well as a magnetic, so it's not just relying on those magnets, and if something, whatever happens when you go to put it on and it slips and it falls in the water, yeah, so it's like a double security, which is good because they're expensive things and you don't want to lose them. Yeah, so after saving the pennies, the reason I went Polar Pro, well, realistically, is just to cover all areas. I was looking at the case magnetic system. That was probably my other option. Case don't have a Mini 3 system, so they don't have the drone filter system, which is really no good to me, because then I've got to have two different lots of filters, so then when you go to color grade it's a little bit more sort of, oh, it probably doesn't match as much, it probably doesn't really matter that much, but to have that one system that covers both the drone and also the camera and have that security of the Matlock, I thought was worth saving up, paying probably a little bit extra, that extra premium for the Polar Pro system. And so I'm pretty happy. It looks really good. They're fantastic filters. I'm sure the case filters are just as good a quality, but yeah, just a little bit of an option. Now, the only thing I'm missing out of the Matlock system, which they don't have, is as of yet, is a 32,000 ND or 100,000 ND filter, so I can do those really long exposures. So for those, I'll probably keep my Nisi, or I'll probably keep my case infrared as well, and I have to screw it on if I want to use those circumstances. But at the moment, looking pretty good. This is my first trial out with the filters, so I've got the CP circular polarizer on the 24mm at the moment, so you can see it there, and look, it fits really good. You screw on the magnetic system, and it's just two little push buttons on the outside of the filter, and then you push the buttons and then just clip it straight on, and it's a piece of cake. So it's really easy to use once you get the hang of it and learn it, and I think it's going to be a good system for us. So onwards and upwards. Long time coming. A lot of pennies had to save to get it before this financial year. I finally saved up enough money to get a couple of things like the Pocket 3 here, and this lens and the filters, and that was my yearly spend in the budget. And then yeah, we get to come places like this. I'll turn you around. Okay, there's the falls. And that's where we're sort of heading. So there's the base. It goes all the way up the top there. It's a very tall waterfall. Obviously one you don't want to fall down. You see on the path it's muddy, so again, good shoes. Definitely a must. At the base of the falls, and so here's the new combo. So the little 24mm, and you can see the new Polar Pros on the front. So they're pretty simple. Just rotate, comes off like that. You've got a little yellow marker here where the buttons go. Just push them in like that, and it locks in, and then you can't come off. Beautiful piece of cake. So perfect little. I think it's the smartest option. Magnetic, if they're strong enough, that's fine. But just as you put them on, if for whatever reason it's not, you don't get that magnet right, and you drop it in the water, it's the end of it. If it goes in the water or the ocean, with this, you put it on, you lock it, it's not going to fall. You know it's definitely on the front of your lens. So pretty cool. So I'm going to try and just get this can't get the big falls, so I'm going to try and climb over there today. We're just going to try and isolate this little falls here with the 24. Plenty of light coming through, and it's sort of highlighting that white, so I'll have to adjust to make sure the brights aren't there. And with the 24 going down to 1.4, it's really easy to sort of adjust for those darks. So here's and the beauty of this, you can see the polarizer working its magic. and about to there. And now we get a perfect little exposure on the Pocket 3. So I'm going to head over here and see what I can get. So come with me. So it's not as much water as last time I was here, but it's still enough flow to sort of get a nice shot. So at the moment I'm at f 1/60th of a second. I'm going to drop that 125. I want to get that down to 1/8 if I can. Get the water. It gives me a 2.8. And then I just back off the highlights until there, yeah, have a look. That looks pretty good. And with these rocks here, because the 24s are wide, I'm getting these rocks in, so that gives you a bit of a foreground and then going to waterfall, and it blocks these trees. You can see all those broken tree branches over here. So if I come down low, I can take them out of the equation, and then I just get the waterfall and that nice tree in. I do get a bit more sky here, so I just got to make sure I don't get that sky. And then I'll probably do a stack, I reckon. Stack at the front and then the back. And that looks pretty good. And then we'll come up and focus on the waterfall without moving. And there's our first shot. Have a look. It is very foggy down here, so the water looks good. Sharp on the rocks. Very nice. I like it. One shot in the bag. So very happy with that. Very cool. I probably just use, I do have the 15 to 35 here, but I'm going to just try and stick with the 24 because it's a new lens. I want to use it as much as possible to get to know how it works and what I can and can't do with it, so that's important. Anyway, very cool. Nice shot. We're going to head down here to the bridge. Some rocks. You can see all the rocks are covered in moss, because obviously the water, previous water and the new water is enough there moisture for the things to grow on the rocks, which is perfect. So that's what we want. The cold rain jacket on. New shoes too. That's the other thing I did purchase this year. I've worn through my Danners, and unfortunately the shipping price has gone through the roof for international shipping. So I went to sale and got some Solomons to try out this year to give them a crack. I still got a heap of the Danners, but just I wanted just some nice sneakers to walk around in on these light little hikes. Bridge crossing, and then there's loops back around for the walk. So I think I've taken you through this before, and I've shot some bubbles and stuff down here before when it wasn't running this good. So just going to try and work around this area, and then that's obviously back up to the falls, the main falls up there. So just going to work around here and see what we can find. We've got some waterfalls just in here to play with and see what we can find. I'll put the gear off now and have a bit of rest. Jack's going to have a bit of a feed after his walk, and then yeah, we'll just keep looking around here. So done down here, just some handheld shots and looked pretty good, so pretty happy with all of that. It started raining again, so Jack's got the umbrella, so we're going to start heading up around the back side of the loop and heading up towards the top. He doesn't scare everyone away. And yeah, successful. I think got one, maybe two good shots out of it. If I have down the bottom here, I'll chuck them up. When you head back up, you go to the other side of the main falls up the top, the little swimming hole, and we'll walk through there. We might get some shots and then go back through the rainforest on the way back to the car. It's a beautiful little walk, great morning and perfect weather. A little bit drizzly but not too bad. L series lens, so feel pretty safe. That's all right. Back up the other side, going through the rainforest section, a bit darker. It's got the little light. The beauty of this, Scotty makes stuff, little holster and protector for the Pocket 3 is it's got a little rain cover on it, and that's also if you drop it, protects the gimbal, which is brilliant. But it's also got these little mounts for hot shoes or cold shoes, so perfect. Whack my little loom cube on the side, and it's a really good accessory actually. As soon as I see it, I went, yeah, that's brilliant, and definitely worthwhile. Obviously, you still got to carry it, which is a little tricky, but this also has a clip on the back. You can clip on your shirt or your belt if when you're sick of holding it in your hand. So very cool. So lots of good testing stuff that we're going through at the moment, as well as a nice walk. Getting out of breath. Haven't done a walk for a while. Yeah, definitely let's go check out Scotty Make stuff for the Pocket 3 stuff. If you're looking, it's really, really good. With the little rain cover protector for the gimbal, I will say it does cut off a little bit of vision. You do have to play with that. So if you're moving the gimbal around and doing a lot of spinning and stuff, and not doing a straight chat like this, then you probably want to take that off. Unless of course it's raining, well then that saves you, and it's going to look after your gear, which is good. You always get decent fog here, so as you can see, you all look over the valley. Very nice. The top of the falls, and obviously it's a big drop, so you don't want to go off, so be careful if you've got kids around. But here's a swimming hole, all the locals come for a swim. The little falls, which is pretty cool. Nice little spot, come for in the summer. Summer this will be packed out in the day. It's not very busy today. There's a winter obviously, but yeah, pretty cool. And then that water feeds down in through here. There's this bridge. And goes down here to the top of the falls, and there's the top of Kondilla Falls there. Well, the national park. Top of the falls there, that goes all the way down to where we were down the bottom. Rightio, so we're done and dusted for another week. Up the top of the falls, back through the rainforest. Could be able to get a cold shoe and have the light on the side when you do get into these rainforests. Otherwise it'd be tricky to see, but yeah, no, look, super impressed with the Pocket 3 at the moment. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope some of those photos come up pretty good. First day out with that new 24mm lens, it looks really nice. Amazing when you can drop down to 1.4, makes a big difference in the rainforest like this. And the depth of field is pretty amazing, so I'm looking forward to see what that does as well. Okie doke. I will see you all next week. Stay safe and peace. Thanks for stopping by.